Think about all that air you breathe. Did you know that you inhale 21% oxygen, but you only exhale 17%? As you can see in this table, we lose about 4% of the oxygen we breathe, and we gain about 4% of carbon dioxide as we breathe out. Where does the oxygen go? Have you ever looked into your nostrils? I mean, really looked into your nostrils? Did you notice the hairs inside your nostrils? These hairs begin a filtering process. They keep large particles of pollutants out of our bodies. Farther back in your nose, there are very tiny hairs called cilia. The cilia hairs are so small that they can only be seen with powerful microscopes. The cilia help trap even smaller specks of dirt. They move back and forth through the mucus lining in the back of your nose. The mucus lining contains enzymes. Enzymes are like tiny Pac-Mans that break down remaining pollutants and with the cilia stop the pollutants from getting farther into the system. The nose produces a new supply of mucus, which is produced by cells in the nasal cavity every 18 to 20 minutes. Most of the air we breathe goes through the nasal cavity. The nose is the healthier way to inhale because of the special ability to moisten and cleanse the air. However, the mouth is the secondary organ for inhaling air.
Mouth breather.
Place your finger on the front of your neck and gently rub it up and down. What do you feel? The bumpy surface is your trachea. It is also called your windpipe. The bumps are rings of cartilage that are held together by smooth muscle tissue. These muscle tissues work together to keep the trachea flexible enough to let your neck move, but strong enough to keep the passage open for air. Cilia and mucus also line your trachea, which continues to clean the air as you inhale. The oxygen molecules reach the end of the trachea where there is a branch in the path. The oxygen molecules can go left or right to either lung. Both lungs are made of tissue that perform the same function. The left lung is slightly smaller to make room for your heart. The lungs are the main organ of the respiratory system. The bronchial tubes branch off into smaller and smaller tubes as they go through the lungs. The oxygen molecules pass through tiny tubes until it reaches the alveoli. Take another deep breath. Feel your chest expanding. This happens because billions of alveoli are in the lungs and are filling up at the same time. The alveoli sac is surrounded by single cells, making the wall of the alveoli only one cell in thickness. This thin alveoli sac allows oxygen to diffuse directly out of the alveoli. Next, place your hands around your waist so that your fingers on each hand touch the area at the base of your rib cage. Take several more deep breaths. Can you feel movement there? This is your diaphragm. Your diaphragm is a muscle tissue, shown in green, that contracts when you inhale and relaxes when you exhale. When it contracts, it allows the lungs to expand and take air in. The donut shape of the red blood cells is very flexible, which allows them to squeeze into the tiniest of capillaries. Oxygen leaves the alveoli by diffusing into red blood cells. So that explains where the oxygen goes. But what is the body doing with all of this oxygen? And where does the carbon dioxide or CO2 come from? The red blood cell carries the oxygen to the cells. The cells take in the oxygen gets delivered to the mitochondria. The mitochondria creates a chemical reaction. This reaction gives the cell energy to do its job. It gives you energy, and it gives everyone around you energy, the energy that you need to live. Waste products of this chemical reaction include ATP, water, and you may have guessed it, carbon dioxide. The red blood cells carry the carbon dioxide to the alveoli, where it is exhaled into the air. So let's review. Oxygen is used as a reactant in a chemical reaction by the mitochondria within our cells. Carbon dioxide is a waste product of that chemical reaction in the mitochondria.